Hail, TCB faithful, this is the Final Boosh.
And this is Madhouse.
And we played a whole day of Marvel Tōkon, so we're just going to rattle off our, our thoughts of the game real quick.
Yeah, another stream of consciousness type of thing. It's like, we came in with an open mind. I understand we had our issues with the game going in.
Yeah, we did.
But before this beta even came out, we already acknowledged how much it improved for the stuff that we seen.
Right.
Yeah, because we weren't covering it a lot.
Yeah, we weren't. I didn't really, care about it. I played the first beta. I thought it was awful.
It was awful.
And for what it's worth, almost, let's say, 80% of the issues I had with that previous beta was solved here.
I think it got other issues.
No. But that's with the core mechanics of the game. But my main takeaway is, thanks to this beta, I kind of like the game now. It's not anything to be hooping hollering about.
No, it's definitely. It's like if you need our opinion on it right now, because it's not going to change that much over release. This game releases in like a week.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, so, I didn't know that. I didn't know it came out 2 weeks. It was going to come out 2 weeks.
So when I'm like, is the game fantastic?
No.
Is the game worth its price range?
No,
absolutely not.
This
should be the $30 game.
If we're judging games price solely on its gameplay and not budget and presentation and anything like that, then this game is like a $40, $30 game.
You got to look at the skill, the effort skill. 9 times out of 10, 70% of the budget and everything else went in the presentation, and very little went in the gameplay.
But that doesn't mean I don't like the game.
It don't mean that the gameplay wrong. I'm just telling the truth.
I know. So I like the game now. It's not anything I'm going to run out and buy.
It's a sale game.
I'll definitely get it on sale around December. I know Arxis games go on sale relatively quick. But I don't know. This whole Sony thing they have attached to it, I don't know. That's going to be like an albatross around this game's neck when it comes to PC. Because I think the PC version, even though we had no issues.
Not many, just screen tearing?
Yeah, just VSync being off, but we had no issues with the PC version of the game. I know a lot of people had issues with.
Well, you had to log in and shit as your on PlayStation.
No, but people had stuttering.
We had stuttering at the beginning, then it just kind of stopped.
I don't remember any stuttering.
I remember very little stutters.
So
little poops.
For the most part, we played offline because I didn't want to deal with crossplay and I didn't want to do all that stuff. At this point in the game, we know modern day fighting games pretty much have average to above average netcode. We don't have to guess about what the netcode is of a game anymore.
We played offline so much the game was like, all right, little nigga, you online or not? And they tried to force me to go online.
But yeah, so I don't hate Tokon anymore. I don't think Tokon is soulless. I don't think Tokon is shallow. I guess we'll get in on that. We'll rattle our pros and cons of the game.
Yeah.
So where you want to start?
Let's start with the easy shit like the presentation. Obviously,
the game looks good. I don't care.
Yeah, obviously, I'm just rambling off. Like I said,
I hate Danger. As a character design, I hate Danger. She looks. I don't understand why you take a cool looking character and turn her into a generic waifu. But that's that. Some of the art design for Tokon, I think, missed the point of the character.
I think they have more hits than misses.
No, they do. But I'm not particularly a fan of Wolverine in this game.
Yeah, but it's you want short autistic guy. How many times are you gonna?
Gene, ask me about all my knowledge of trains, Gene. I don't particularly like Wolverine in this game.
This one's for you, Morph. I'm sorry, we gotta say Morph should be in this game, so we keep making that joke forever.
I go where I wanna go. I don't like Wolverine too much in this game from a design standpoint. I hate Danger. I thought they could have made a cool female robot character, but instead they just made her like Aegis from Persona. So, as they tend to do. So, that's fine.
Yeah, people like Magic is Magic design is already good. Is she already a quarter naked anyway? So she kind of fit in super well.
Magneto's still like a super buff guy, and he's missing his underwear. He has
he got a butt cape now.
So some of the designs are
he like somebody from 13.
Oh yeah. So if anybody remember that first person shooter 13 and look at Magneto's face, he looks like a character from 13. That aside, I don't hate the presentation of the game. It's fine. It's 2026. It's modern day Arxis. 95% of their attention and care went into the presentation of the game.
Music is,
I don't know, forgettable.
I think music is a hit and miss. Some of the themes are really good.
I don't hear anything. They're all subdued.
Yeah, but some of the themes are pretty good. Like I love Star-Lord's theme.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to listen to it on my own time because
Magic, my favorite theme. My favorite theme in the game.
They don't
A lot of them don't stand out.
Assist upon themselves, right? They're kind of in the way in that some periods I'll hear like a guitar riff solo somewhere in the middle of a match, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So the music is whatever for me. It might be fine on its own, but it kind of gets buried. It's not powerful enough, I feel, or the sound is too loud. I don't know. We gotta tweak the audio so I can hear more of the music. Presentation wise, of course, the game is good. I mean,
it's 20, like you said, it's 2026. How deep you want this?
Yeah, so that leads us to the gameplay and.
Okay, so
Good.
The first beta, as in their first draft of the game, was complete trash.
Yeah,
I don't know how anybody enjoyed that game, and we called it right down the middle, and we said, unless they change something, this game is going to be trash.
Yeah, it was. It felt bad to play.
So it turns out we were right.
Combos weren't fun to do. The system mechanics were. It was a bad feeling beta. But we gave it a benefit of the doubt because it was the beta. Now we are on this beta, which is, I guess, as close as the game's going to be to gold.
This is technically the playable build.
Since it comes out in 2 weeks. So this is technically just a demo. It improved in most areas I had issues with in the previous beta. I find Tōkon improved in substantially. The game feels better to play. There's a better flow to combos.
Tagging is faster.
Tagging is faster. Still dumb, but tagging is faster.
There's still that emphasis on you can play on one character if you want.
So the overall gameplay of it is fine. I don't have any issues here. I mean, I guess for like a basic baby game, it's fine, right? It's not killing anybody. Now, like my issues with the game are I still have like critical issues with the game. I don't think keeping your characters locked behind wall breaks and round wins and wall like splats.
Mind you, we played on an X Matter, so it's like we didn't have any wall breaks because wall breaks are stupid.
No, I really
you get people faster though.
I don't think getting your character. I'd be okay with them just giving you all your characters from the start of a match.
Yeah, because there's limitations and speaking of big limitations anyway.
I know, but focus on this part right now.
There's limitations in place to prevent you from getting nuked anyway. Like you don't start with a lot of meter at the beginning of the match, and you got the combo limiter, so it don't matter if you have all your people at the beginning.
Because it's super annoying. Like I watch matches, and once again, it's the same thing. I think they made them faster, but it's the same thing. You play 5 seconds of whatever, and then you get knocked through a wall. And then if you lose neutral and over the next 5 seconds, then you're getting thrown to a wall. And it's back and forth until everybody has their guy. And then when people have their guy, it still happens. I don't think this method of gaining characters is interesting. I don't think it adds anything to the game. I don't think it's deppy. It's just something to lock options.
Now, mind you,
what's up?
Let's say you break through the wall to everybody got everybody. That's still way too many times, and then it just stop afterwards. I can understand that.
They should just give you all your guys from the rip.
This game is limited. This game is limited. Have limitations in place to prevent characters from getting nuked at the beginning of the match. I don't see any disadvantage in starting with your entire kit.
Yeah, just start off with your characters at their most powerful. I mean, as far as like utility goes for characters, it's fine. And that's another thing. Like characters are samey, but they're unique enough. They have enough going on. They could have more. And that's probably like because the game is a 4v4, which I also don't think the game needed to be. It feels like to me, personally, Arc just wanted to make a 1v1 fighter.
It felt like they wanted to do what MK did.
And I wouldn't even hate that.
That's what it felt like to me, bro.
I wouldn't even hate that. I wouldn't even hate that if this game was select your one guy and you got to choose between, or you can pick up to 4 assists. I wouldn't even mind that about the game, and it's not a tag game.
And let's go over this again. MK1 is not a tag game.
Yeah. I don't know why people keep insisting that it is, but
because that game had its own problems and people had to amplify it for some reason.
But I don't think, man, like this game, and we said this before in the first beta, I just think the premise is forced. I just think the 4v4 ultimately does nothing for the game.
Well, it does one thing.
What?
It allows you to get a bunch of characters on the screen at once.
I mean, that's the idea, right?
I think deals. I'm not sure how they're doing DLC characters.
Well, they just announced Phoenix Force Cyclops.
Yeah, but is it going to be one character at a time or 4 characters at a time?
Well,
because it makes sense for it to be 4 characters at a time.
Well, for how much work they put into these character models, they're not going to be 4 characters.
They don't announce the DLC till they finish.
No. I mean, Cyclops was definitely a base roster member that they ripped from the game. Which is fine, whatever. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But I just don't think the 4v4 aspect is interesting. I don't know, because I don't want to rob the game of its identity, but it just feels forced.
It don't do much for the game.
I just feel like the mechanics. Yes, I don't know, man. It's a hard feeling because I've never been in this spot before. I never had the feeling like a core mechanic or the main hook of a game just felt superfluous, and that's what it feels like. It just feels like it's some kind of nebulous. It just
feel like this game did 2, this game did 3. What if we did 4?
Oh man, Sony and Marvel is giving us the keys to make a Marvel game. I guess since the other Marvel games were tagged, I guess this one has to be tagged.
Well, to be fair, Marvel games did have 2. It did have 3. So if this is actually Marvel's and Capcom 4, they probably would have 4.
But here's the thing. 3 was the sweet spot.
I think so.
The issues, because the core mechanics are the way they are, because the game needs to facilitate 8 players at any given time. If it was 3, that's fine. That works just fine. I don't see what's wrong with 3. I like 3. I like living there. 3 was fine. Nothing was wrong with the 3 house. But now we got a whole extra floor, and now everybody's room has to get smaller because we got to make room for this extra floor. And I just don't think it adds anything. It just makes everything convoluted. I think the tag system would have been better if it was 3v3.
Well, at least more focused.
Yes, the game would have been more focused because I like the idea. I like the ideas of you assigning a role to a assist type, right, to that character. And that's not a bad idea. I like the idea, and I think it's a very intelligent way to kind of reel everything
in. Juggle 4 characters.
So I'm not robbing that they didn't have a smart idea, right? I just don't think it does anything. I just don't. And I think you could have sacked the extra characters, and you could have polished out. You could have gave characters more to do,
more tools. Yeah, because that's another thing. That's another thing that I have against this game.
What's up?
Is that I think the characters are like way too simplistic for my taste personally.
Well, this is a point of contention between the two of us, right? I think the characters are fine when it comes to what they can do.
Like, I don't see it. I don't see it. I feel like you just do the same thing over and over again.
But you do, and here's the thing though, because you have to consider 4 characters. It's not like they can make. But this is what I'm saying. The game is pulling in too many directions, right? They want you to make they wanted to make a fighting game that you don't have to be forced to
learn all 4 characters.
Learn all 4 characters, and that's respectable. I don't have an issue with that, right? The idea is respectable. It's just the execution of it. So now we got like this 50-cent piece of a character that can do some stuff, but it can probably do more. And then you have to like split that between 4 characters, and it's just some weird thing. I don't. For what it's worth, personally, I think characters do enough. I think there's enough expression that they added to the game, and you got to admit the combos do feel better. The more situations are put into.
Yeah, the only reason the combos feel better because we're in the X Mansion stage.
No,
we just get interrupted every 40 seconds to go through a wall. We hate.
But that's not what I mean. Like combos feel a lot less automated in this version of the game.
Yeah, it is less of an emphasis on auto combos.
So let's give them the credit with where it's due.
I always gave them the credit. I said the game feel better. The game feel better to play. I never denied that. All I'm saying is it wouldn't hurt to give the characters a bit more of a distinct identity.
I get that, and I understand your point, right? A lot of the characters kind of feel shadowy, and they all got to fit this like archetype of everybody needs a fireball, everybody needs some kind of anti-air, and then everybody needs some kind of weird, unique trait.
Because everybody's playable at one time.
You're right, because any one character can be the point character and the only focused character for this system at any given time. Well, so that kind of funnels everybody into the same design.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to do that. You can keep these characters as they are now and just give them particular roles.
I think it's all there.
No, what I mean is, if you're gonna make them simple, like they are now,
yeah.
if you're gonna make them simple, instead of just making them all virtually the same, just give them different roles. Make somebody a grappler, make somebody a heavy. They do have that somewhat. I'm not saying it's devoid of everything. What I'm talking about.
No, it's there. It's just awkward.
I just feel like it's something missing to me.
And once again, that creates a system that just forces everybody into specific types, and that part I think can be done a lot better. But for what it's worth, I don't think characters are too shallow. I don't think the game itself is that bad of a skill floor versus skill ceiling.
Yeah, it's like a mixture between DBZ Fighters and Strife.
Yeah. And I think for the most part, Arceus still respects people being good at fighting.
No. That's the another good part about this game. 9 times out of 10, the better player will. It's not Street Fighter 6.
It's not a baby.
It's not
game.
Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, where good players will get robbed a lot of the time.
Like we say, games like Street Fighter 6 aren't designed to have a high skill floor. It's designed to be a crab in a bucket. So the better you get, the more the system mechanics tries its damnness to hold you down to that skill level, or at least make the skill floor higher so they can force real situations. So if you want to force a situation, if you want to force a good player to be on the same level as a casual, you take away elements that create skill expression. So instead of making blocking something you have to commit to, you give somebody a block button and it does all the defensive stuff like parrying for them, and it kind of just holds players down. I don't feel this in Tokon.
Oh no, this game doing it in its own special way. That was a cute little speech. So this game does it in its own cute little way.
So I guess that brings us to
this game is highly, and I mean highly, restrictive.
Yeah. That's my major problem with
in almost every aspect of offense. This game is restricted,
and that's the thing, right? I think there's skill expression with combos, but combos are only one step of a fighting game. It's not everything a fighting game is.
Yeah, but it's what the casuals care about the most.
How you skin an animal and get that meat is just as important as the meat of how the meat is cut, right? I've been on a roll with these analogies between these videos, right?
As you think you are.
Yeah, you're gonna get comments like he's cooking. Yeah,
he's cooking close.
I don't understand.
Like, let's start simple. There's virtually no cross-ups in this game.
Yeah, like the cross-up protection is just ridiculous.
I'm not saying you can't cross-up. What I'm saying is it's difficult to cross-up.
Right, and then like, okay, so let's say like the cross-up protection is too bad. Every jump light is a medium.
Oh, so there's no jumping overheads in this game.
So there's no jumping overheads. You can't. Magneto still has his tri-jump. His tri-dashes, but he can't, if he moves anywhere outside of horizontally, he can't cancel those into normals. He can only cancel his horizontal dash into normals. But if he tries to box dash or he tries to tri-dash, he just has to commit to the dash and nothing else. Why? I get why, right? It's little Jimmy stuff. That's the same reason why you can hit a button and do 60% if you got full meter. I get it. It's little Jimmy stuff. I feel as though, even though I don't think the game is unique to any extent, or I don't think the game is particularly interesting, I do think there is an actual fighting game in there.
And a lot of this game would get better if they just allow you to do fighting game things.
If they stop,
it's amazing how, like, for example, like some of these characters are like kind of like Magic. Okay. I was playing Magic a lot. People like Magic and Captain Marvel are very kind of blasé to play because they don't do anything. Oh, Magic just run around mid-screen and hope she hits you with the sword.
Now, to be fair, right?
There's no like mix-ups. There's no. Yeah, you got the portal shenanigans, but the portal is so slow outside of Darkshire.
Okay, but you can argue like there's a reason for that kind of stuff, right?
It's not.
I think so.
It's not. They just didn't want you mixing.
Okay, that might be true, but what I'm saying is, and this is me being the devil's advocate here, right? I don't think the way the game is when it comes to offense, not combos, offense, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's gonna make the game have a unique pressure game.
Yeah, strike throw.
I mean, you can say strike throw, but it's the way
you tell me what can you do in this game that is a way to make. All right, so you can barely do high lows because everything is fucking mid. Okay, you can only do can't cross ups if the game allow you to do it.
I think
there are no overheads unless the game allows you to do it. Combos got a limiter to them, so you can't do that. You don't have your entire team at the beginning, so you can't do that. Yeah, see?
No, shut up. No, that's not even why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because you made a point and I have to explain it. That's why I'm laughing. I'm not laughing because you got the upper fucking hand. That's not what I'm laughing about. I'm laughing because you're right? I'm not arguing.
I know I'm right.
I'm not arguing that. Okay, I'm arguing it, but what I mean is I don't inherently disagree with you. My point is, right? There is the way block strings work in this game, there is room to mix somebody up, right? And I think your mindset is stuck in a Marvel vs. Capcom mindset.
My mindset is stuck in a fighting game.
I understand because tag games are usually aggressive. You lock somebody down with an assist and you hit them with a left, right, or an empty jump low or an instant overhead. I get all that, but I think that's where your mindset is kind of failing. This game is different, and you want it to be different.
Okay, let me explain it like this.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
You want it to be different. I think block strings, as the game goes on, because of the way the assist system works, yeah, it's not going to be anything like, oh, can you block hollow and this is over? It's not going to be anything like that. I will wish that down the road the game will allow people to be more aggressive with their pressure. But as far as I'm not saying it's not going to get repetitive. Because a lot of this can look like it's going to be lockdown assist, and then you try to go kind of like you kind of empty jump low, or you try to get like a cross up.
Who cares about empty jump low? There's no overheads. Just block low.
There is overheads.
Yeah, can't overheads that you can look out for.
I don't know. I just think restriction breeds creativity. Correct?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
I've seen people mix people up.
If that restrict, you see people get hit. You see people get mixed up.
What I'm saying is, you think there's nothing but strike throw? I think there's a little bit more to it than just strike throw.
I could understand if the game was designed in a way to facilitate those lack of options. The problem is that this game is not made in a way to facilitate those options. This game simply had those options because the game was scared for little Timmy.
And that's the thing.
That's what I mean.
And that's the core issue.
When I'm sitting there telling you that, well, they don't have, I'm not saying this shit don't exist, though how small the quantity is. What I'm telling you is the game is designed in a way to make this shit either non-existent, limited, or very simple.
And honestly, you made your point. I'm just saying, we just have, and everybody says we agree with everything, right?
We disagree all the time.
This is one of the examples where I think we let the game cook, and I think we're going to see something special. Because I think the players who are more interested in the game will find cool stuff.
I don't think so.
I just think you need to give them time.
This is your streamer game.
It's a streamer game.
It's a streamer game. And you know we got to compare it to Avatar. You gotta compare it to Avatar because this game won't kill Avatar anyway.
No, okay, this game kills Avatar, but what I'm saying is, this game kills Avatar because it's a much bigger IP.
But this game kills Avatar because it's a bigger IP, even though Avatar is a big IP.
But when it comes to gameplay, this doesn't hold a jockstrap to Avatar.
No, it don't. It's completely lesser.
This game is Baby Town Frolics compared to Avatar, but that's not a bad thing. Sometimes you need a game like we were saying in our last video. With the noisy pixel video, sometimes it's okay to be a good bridge game. I think this is a good bridge game.
It's just a streamer game.
I just think it's a harmless, bland, generic, well designed enough fighting game for casuals to get into and streamers. Like it's the Backrooms, it's the Fall Guys, it's the what else? It's the Rocket League. It's the Rocket League of fighting games. There you go. It's a big old safe casual game that's not going to scare anybody. It might bring people into the genre at a bad time, mind you, but it might bring people into the genre.
So never Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, but it's not. Street Fighter 6 sacrificed everything. Street Fighter 6 sacrificed its entire Street Fighter identity for chasing after casuals. Not only is this a new IP, it's made by Arc System Works, and they still somewhat respect the player. I'm not saying you have to agree that they do respect the player, but I think Strive currently is in a good spot where, well, it's in an okay spot and it's not like as shallow or as bad of a game as it used to be. I think, and they still make interesting movesets, right? So I think a game that's kind of like Dragon Ball Z Fighters meets BlazBlue, or essentially it's BlazBlue cross tag battle. Yeah. For the most part, that's what it is. If the game would relax on some of these limitations, right? I'm not saying get rid of them all, because I do think there's potential in these limitations for player expression. But if you can relax on some of these things, have the player get crossed up. Don't protect them from being crossed up, because the best this game's going to have, if you're not going to bring in like the try jumping or anything like that, then the best it's going to have is left-right mix-ups. So
not every character can do that.
Not every character can do that, but my point is...
So that's going to lead to a meta where people only pick particular characters because they only do particular things.
Homie, that's where it's hitting now.
I know that, but but if you add these other options into the game, other characters get more avenue for openings, for other way to do shit. You know what I mean?
Like I said, have it reduce the amount of limitations that the game has. Don't protect the player from everything. I'm not saying don't make players be able to get near unblockables. Protect players from that, right? If you got to protect little Jimmies from that,
protect them to the shit that's hard to control.
But left-right mix-ups, like the game has a problem. You'll sit there like an idiot just blocking all day, and there's nothing really you can do about it.
Well, other than the defensive mechanics.
Get the defensive mechanics. I get it, the defensive mechanics, but all they do is something that takes away control from the player too. So you have to allow mix-ups. I don't see this game not existing. I get
it's going to exist.
I think I said this before. This video is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. We said it before, right? Tag games are inherently aggressive. This game is a little slower. It's a little safer. But I don't think it needs to be a fucking Nerf plush world. It doesn't need to be that. You can trust the player a little bit. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And that's the problem with modern fighting games. I don't think there's anything wrong with developers putting trust into the players.
No, it's not about having trust in the players. It's about appealing to the... It's not about gaming. Fighting games used to have to appeal to like fighting game players or appeal to the... people who are tangentially interested in fighting games, if you know what I mean.
Like Budokai is my favorite example, right? Budokai 1 isn't, it's a good foundation. It's not that good of a fighting game. Budokai 2 is garbage, right? So
it have to be.
Budokai 2 is garbage.
Budokai 2 have to be garbage to experiment.
But people love
a kind of Heart 2 garbage.
People love Budokai 3. People, I guess, love Infinite World. But the developers made a game that was uniquely designed, and they had to kind of trust the players eventually, right? So they designed the meta, and they kind of let the game rock. I'm not saying that it was designed to be a tournament game, but my point is, Tōkon can be a Budokai. It could be a unique game that doesn't have to play somewhat traditionally like a tag game. The speed is slower. It's a little more automated. It's a little more homogenized than your typical tag fighter. That's fine. I just think that there could be a legitimately good game here if they trust the players. And I get that they don't trust the players anymore. I get that it's about getting DLC wells and stream points or whatever you want to get your streamer games up, get your K-pop. Like that's fine, man. But I don't understand why you just have to sacrifice a whole ass game for it. Because in a dark timeline, this game will be shadowed. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not gonna be shadowed on right away.
No.
People are turning on Street Fighter 6 now.
People been turned on Tekken 8.
People been turned on Tekken 8, but that's because Tekken's fan base aren't pussies. They knew what they wanted, and they knew they didn't like the way Tekken 8 was doing things. Did I say everybody didn't like what Tekken 8 was doing? No, there's some people who are new to the series who know nothing about Tekken, and they'll just say, you're a boomer, you want this old game the way you want it to, and they're wrong, but it's their opinion to have. But at least the Tekken people stood up. Street Fighter 6 people just rolled over.
Well, that's because Street Fighter got more casuals. They appealed more to casuals.
I was disgusted how people defended Street Fighter 6. This is going to be another one of these games that's going to get a circle of protection around it for about 6 months. And then after it, it's like, man, this game's kind of boring. This game, yeah, all
you doing is spin cycling offense.
All you're doing is strike throwing and then the super long block strings. I'm like, and that's probably where the game's going to go, like super long block strings.
Unless they change something, of course.
I'm not saying that that's like intrinsically bad. It's going to be one of these games that's going to get a circle of protection. And I'll defend it too because I kind of see the vision on what they want to do.
Well, it's getting a circle of attention because it make weaker players feel like they're powerful.
Yeah.
You think, like for example, you think Avatar getting a circle of protection? Fuck no. Because your ass turn if you get caught in that game, your ass turned into like swamp, like you did in that game.
I just think the way
I'm just tired of fighting games not asking their players to do more.
I just think this game is casualized in the least annoying way than Street Fighter 6 is casualized.
We can, yeah, man, I definitely agree with you.
Street Fighter 6 weaponizes its casualization. It hides behind the casuals. It hides behind the people who know nothing about Street Fighter to come to their defense saying this game is good. And I'll give you $20 for this random character DLC. But Tifa's coming, guys. I think this game is different. I just think
they're gonna be like, Tifa's here, you goon, and you be like, okay, I'm done now.
Yeah. They'll just rip her model and just forget about the game. I think this game, despite I don't like everything, which is good, which means the game isn't designed for me, which is good. I might get it eventually, but the game isn't designed for me.
If I, like, for example, again, we got Avatar, and that game is like Omega level fun, so I don't have to worry about my fighting game fixed. Usually it's Mortal Kombat is my fighting game fix.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, we had a good Mortal Kombat game, and though I do think MK1 is good, I think they managed to fluke out a decent game. Despite that, it's still not a great game, and that's why I was so, like, hard on Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. If MK1 was good, I wouldn't be bitching not nearly much about the game.
So, if you were to take away anything from this little quick conversation we've been having, no, it's not even quick, it's 30 minutes.
No, it's not bad.
If you were to take anything from this little combo we had, and I'm not saying we're absolutely right or anything, this is just shooting out in the ether about
Just
what we
being
think
honest.
about the game.
Just being honest.
I think this game suffers from, like I said, it's different, right? It's awkward. It's different because there's actually a good game here, and that just can attest from this version of Arc System Works just being better developers than Capcom. There is a fighting game in here, and it's very easy to get to.
Yes.
All they have to do is recognize it. But here's the thing. It's too busy, like we always say, trying to be something made for everybody.
And again, it's going to get that circle of protection. So they're going to objectively think they did something right when, let's be honest, they made the wrong choice.
And I know it's contradictory, right? I just said that I don't like it, so that means they're not making a game for everybody. But they are trying to skim that line with the Marvel IP. They're trying to give fighting game players what they want with a reasonably okay game, and it is open enough. It's not, this game isn't shallow. The game isn't shallow. It just has shackles. And I think once you release those shackles, this game can be something that can be celebrated as a good modern fighting game. It could be right up there with Avatar if it wanted to.
Just not as good.
No, I think if they relieve the game of a little bit of its problems, a little bit of its hangups, because like I said, I can't control the 4v4. They can't control the 4v4. So let's exist with the 4v4. I just think there's issues that need to be addressed. And I think sitting here sucking the game's dick, calling it amazing, even though it's not, calling the game amazing, calling the game, oh, anybody who's complaining about it is a boomer and they don't understand fighting games. But what? I'm getting zoned by Magneto.
Yeah, right? Well, he's a good zoner, mind you. But I was never once out-zoned by your Magneto.
Well, I'm not good at the game, and that's good to say. That's good to say. Here's my thing, right? And once again, we said this in the last video. When a game is designed shallowly, it's annoying to be bad at. I don't think it feels bad to not be high level or not play at a competent level for Tokon. So that's a good thing.
Tokon's skill ceiling is really low.
Yeah, it's really low.
Matter of fact, if you want to think about it, the skill floor is really high. I mean, no, sorry. The skill floor is super low and the skill ceiling is super low. It's like this game don't have that. It's just in the middle. Once you pick up the controller, you know how to play.
It can be pushed.
It can be pushed, but it's like pushing a giant boulder an inch.
So I say let the game rock in its current form. It's going to anyway. I think in a good timeline, something good could come out of this. In a good timeline. But we'll just have to wait and see. For now, I think it's a safe, bland, fairly mediocre game that has the potential of being better. And that's what I think about Tokon.
Yeah, again, it's a sale game. I get it on sale. Or if I got some, fuck you money in my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll get Tokon.
So we done here?
Yeah, I think we said we needed to say, we don't even need to be real on this thing. It's like, We might do it anyway.
Yeah. We'll think about it. We'll see you next time.
See you.
Team cross, buddy.